Hey everybody, welcome to week 2. I am really bummed to have to come on here and let you guys know that I am going to have to cancel class. I was absolutely so looking forward to seeing you guys, meeting some of you, seeing some of my return students um, in class tomorrow, Monday. So I am so bummed. But we will be having class the following week in the library computer lab. So just make sure you note on your calendar that we will be meeting next week in the library, in the computer lab in the library. Um, and so I'm not positive of the building number, but that is part of your homework this week. So make sure that you are ready for that. We'll meet in there. We'll have Miss Rachel, the librarian, will be giving us a research lesson. And I will be seeing you guys there for the first time. Those of you who I haven't met and those of you who are returning, I can't wait to see you guys. You don't have any significant tasks due this week. But you do have some assignments due next Sunday, so about 2 weeks from today. So I do want to give you guys some stuff that you can use to work ahead. And that's why I wanted to come on here and do a navigation video of the course and for week 2. So if you guys want to come on into content, one thing that you should always be doing is following this, the good course schedule, just so you can kind of see what's due. This week, really, because we didn't meet last week, I did want to go over everything with you guys, our face-to-face meeting. Um, since we didn't meet last Monday due to the MLK holiday, I did want to go over all the first day of class things with you. So we won't get to do those things, so we'll just have to go quickly when we see each other in the library. As you can see, next week we are meeting in the library computer lab for a research presentation. And then also in week 3, which is next week, we'll have part 1 of the research paper, our practice research paper, which is the research notes. So I'm going to go over that today a little bit in this video. So follow me into content. And then what we're going to do is go into Unit 1, and I've really gotten great feedback from my students on the practice research paper, so I'm going to go over it briefly with you guys, but the objective is to participate in guided practice of the research process. So essentially, it will be me guiding you through doing your first big research paper, and you're graded more on participating in the steps of the research process than you are having all that pressure of having to do the perfect job on the perfect research paper, you know. So really it's more of you participating in the steps. And as you can see, I've broken it into parts. So we've got parts 1 through 6. And part 1, which we're going to start next week, is the research notes. So you'd submit compiled notes. So I'm going to scroll down here in the prompt. So online and virtual dating are becoming an increasingly popular way for people of all ages to find partners, a variety of styles of relationships. This social mechanism is surrounded by controversy and innovation. From dangers of online dating to the success rates and convenience of it, there is much to explore in the confines of this topic. So you are essentially allowed to research anything you want within the confines of that concept, research or online and virtual dating. So to scroll back up, you can see the different parts of this paper, this project. We've got the research notes, an annotated bibliography, an outline, a rough draft, a final draft, and then finally you will convert this project into a multimedia format. And you guys are welcome to scroll down here and take a look at the grading breakdown that breaks down the point value of each of the parts of this assignment. So with that being said, I'm going to click back into the Unit 1 module and just kind of go over everything. I have selected 3 sources for you guys, and ideally in class tomorrow we would have looked at some of these sources, read through them together, we would have practiced taking some research notes together. So unfortunately that is probably one of the steps we'll have to skip, but you guys open these up, click on them, look at them yourself. What I will hyperlink, and I have included, are some student samples down here, research notes, student samples, and I'll actually open up one. This is from a student I had in my class last semester. If I can get it to open, and I'll show you guys the format that I'm looking for you guys to adopt when taking research notes. So again, this is just to help you guys. This is just, let's see, enable editing, update now. Okay, all this stuff go away. All right, so if you can look, the student used MLA heading. They titled the article, and then they created a works cited entry for the source. And then what the student did is, as they were taking notes, they color coded the direct quotes. So this is a direct quote the student used, and then they included a parenthetical citation. So that way, if they are going to use this, they can copy it right into their paper. And then what they did is they add a note of their own thoughts about that piece of information they pulled from the source. So as you can see, they've put the source, the information that's directly from the source, they've color-coded it, and then their own thoughts about the source they've put in just black. So I'm going to kind of skim through. It looks like they've used some green here, so this information may be color-coded for a different reason. But so what I'm looking for you guys to do is pull direct quotes, pull information from the source, but then take the next step and write something from your own thoughts about that source. I want you guys to kind of start this. Again, it's not due for 2 weeks, so I will see you guys in class next Monday, and we can kind of work on this together. But email me if you have any questions. I've included some student samples for you guys. And again, we'll have next week to kind of touch on this. So no sweat. Just take a look at those 3 sources. Start thinking about that prompt. And as always, email me if you need anything. Have a great week, guys. And I am so sorry that I'll miss you, but I cannot wait to meet you and see you all again next Monday in the computer library lab.